Hey YouTube, hope it's going well tonight. Back with you with another video today. You can probably tell from the title, it's about what to buy from the event shop and why you should stop asking that question. Anyway, let's go over here and check it out. There is a lot of valuable stuff in here. And actually, while saying that, these are stuff that you shouldn't be touching unless you absolutely went crazy and had bad luck, or you've got your Meta Slime up to rank 5, Awakening 5 rather. You don't want to buy those weapons. But anyway, there's a lot of valuable stuff in this shop. But in response to my reasoning why you should not be asking what the priority is for stuff to buy in the shop, there is so much to farm in this event. It's ridiculous, and it's all valuable. Okay? The 2 A's and the B's are great. There's the weapons, which they actually, thank you, Enix, for how you, Square Enix now, old, used to just be Enix, for how you set up this event. The weapons come on, first of all, they gave us a mission to farm and get the weapons just because I have to complete the mission. And it did give a good amount of coins. And then a couple of the good units dropped on stages with weapons, so that was really cool of them to do. So you're going to have a buttload of the weapons when you're done with this event. But anyway, yeah, 2 A's, a B rank, all useful. The A ranks are so amazing. King Bubble Slime's an amazing tank. Pickle Slime, I was excited the minute I saw him, although it actually ended up not being for the reason I expected, with his ability to do a three range breath attack with spell lock and paralysis. That's gonna cheese a fight in the future, I'm sure. I don't have one in mind, I just know that it will. But anyway, he's a great unit with swoosh. Apparently that's not super common right now for free to play units. So anyway, and then just every A and B, even some of the C and D rank units, are tools in your toolbox when it comes to when you're doing difficult content where you're going to need units that hit certain abilities and can also resist certain abilities. So I know I said this before, if you watched everything, thank you, you're amazing. But every A, B, C unit, beyond just your S's, they're all tools in your toolkit, and you're gonna need them for certain fights, depending on their resistances and what attacks they have. So anyway, yeah, Pickle Slime is just another great one there. And the same for Drake Slime. He is less exciting to me. In fact, I was just on one of Platt's live streams a couple weeks ago, and I said, well, that Drake seems kind of lame. Who cares? And he said, about the same thing I was just saying. He says it's another tool in your toolkit. Also, it's a free-to-play unit with Frizzle. Apparently that's not super common, not a B rank one, not one that strong. He's also 4 movement, by the way, so he can hit just about anything first turn with a pretty decent spell. Frizzle is. The only other one is Bellerith, who is a 1.5% drop rate, so I believe that was it. It's definitely less than 3. It's one of the lowest drop rates. So anyway, and then you also, why not have both? So, yeah, definitely farm up the Drake, although I'm going to do it anyway, but I'm not sure if he is exciting to get to rank 5, because I actually just looked at him, and his 5th Awakening gives him his breath ability gets 5% stronger, but he gets his 5% stats boost, but that doesn't affect breath damage. Breath damage is always going to be okay. It's never going to be great. It's just going to... It's took for finishing things off and putting a dent in them. Oh, also, sorry, my cat's here. I got her from the shelter a few years ago, and I thought it was adorable that her name was Cuddles, and she jumped on me all the time. Couldn't get her out of my arms. It was adorable. And then I took her home, and she kept jumping on me and wouldn't get out of my arms all the time. I should call her Boomerang, because I throw her off about 5 times in a row and she just comes right back, if she's not busy breaking something. So anyway, every no good deed, what's that? No good deed goes unpunished. Sorry about that. Anywho. Alright, so, now if you're brand new, if you just started this game, I hope you're having fun with it. I love this game. I love Dragon Quest, but this game seems to be pretty fun for gachas. I will still go over what I think the priority in the shop is, because time is limited. This event has, I believe, 6 days left. So anyway, number one, and these are cheap enough, and dude, I'm 12. I can't not get the tickets first. Get the scout tickets. All right. And then this is common knowledge to most people that have been playing for more than a few weeks. But again, this is mostly for new people, or just, I don't know, maybe you don't pay attention. I don't pay attention a lot. Iridescent orbs are very, very limited. They cannot be farmed. We've gotten one with each event. There's a couple through mini medals, but the second one that you can get through the mini medals is one of the hardest things to get right now in the game. It's you need to get all of the mini medals and do all the 999 damage missions for that, which is, you got to have the right box, you got to have everything leveled, ranked up, etc. So anyway, there are only so many iridescent orbs, and you're going to want as many as you can possibly get. And then I think this goes pretty much in order. They kind of ordered them correctly for me, is slime fragments. Slime fragments are extremely useful, and you can use that to get essentially another copy. You can do an awakening on any of your units. I think it only goes for S's and A's. That's all you'd want to use it on anyway. But that actually does bring me to another point. Because right now with slime fragments, my first thought is Lionheart. Maybe you don't have him. Maybe you do have a Emperor Slime, who actually is very worth getting an awakening on. If you get a second copy of Emperor Slime, that's very exciting. But I'm going to tell you why you should not spend your fragments on Emperor Slime. Now, this is for people that think in the long term. This is for people that want to maximize their box. If you're trying to get the strongest team you can, climb the leaderboards, etc. All of there are 13 S ranks in the general pool right now that are available on every summon. That hasn't changed in Japan, and they're 6 months ahead of us. So in 8 months, they still have the same 13 units that are featured on every banner. I think that'll change around the 1 year, but that's just a guess. That's just gachas evolve. I think 1 year is probably when it's going to change, because I don't love the current featured system, but right now, the gacha system can't be too generous right now. The game's brand new. Right now, in global, at this point, there's 18 or 19 S ranks total. All of the banners that have come and gone. And, you remember I told you about this cat? She just keeps coming back. She's photobombing me. She's going to try to steal all my 5 subscribers. Those 5 guys, thank you. You're amazing. Although one's probably my mom. I don't know. Thanks, Mom. I'm kidding. I wouldn't tell her where this was. She'd think I was nuts for playing a gacha game on YouTube. Anywho. Yeah, that unit's always going to be there. The Emperor Slime. He's going to be on every single banner. So even though he is really great to pull now, and getting an awakening or 2 of him is really going to help, eventually you're going to get a copy of him. Eventually you're going to get the second copy of him. So you want to save these fragments for featured units so that you... Jeez, come on. I'm a big time YouTuber now, sweetie. I gotta make this video. Huh? You like to eat, don't you? Please tune in. My cat's hungry. Anywho, you want to use these on featured units like King Slime, Lionheart rather, like the Queen Slime, even though she's a little bit less exciting. Still very useful though. Amazing tank. And a unique move set. And that's the second cat coming into fight. So anyway, yeah, save those for featured units, because right now there's only 1 featured unit per banner. So if you already have that featured unit and you already have 1 or 2 awakenings of him, which yes, every awakening is useful. I'm talking about that for these farming units, but unless you're a big time whale, one the you don't want to aim past the first awakening level. You don't want to spend resources on awakening 2, 3, 4, 5. That's big time stuff. All right, that gets expensive, and the return on that investment is much lower compared to using your gems wisely and going for banners where you don't have the new unit. And then, so using your fragments on featured banner units after you've already gotten a copy will make sure that's a banner that you don't have to worry about anymore. Apparently they return in JP. So if you got God Rider and you use all your fragments to get his an awakening on him, when the God Rider Slionheart banner comes back, you don't have to worry about it. You've got no temptation other than the fact that, it's fun to pull. So anyway, all right, I'm rambling a lot. So you get your tickets, you get your orb, you get your fragments, the illustrious iris. First of all, this week, the awakening, the rank up material event bonus is amazing. And it doesn't give you double chance, it gives you double drop. So the illustrious iris is, I believe it's a 3%. Thank everyone on the Reddit and the Discord who gathered this data and got these numbers out. It's a 3% drop. So if you get 1, you get 2 this week. And if you don't always need more illustrious iris right now, you're way luckier, you're spending a lot of money or whatever. Everybody needs these right now. So I actually would not put these next, though. I would put the B rank scrolls up there because you cannot get more of these. Every scroll in the game right now is limited. So if you want to be technical, even the C rank scrolls, I didn't buy those yet, they come first. So you get your scrolls, you get the iris. Really, they're about the same because even though these irises are very hard to get, even though they are very valuable, they can be farmed. Okay, so you get these, you get your irises, and then, let me see. I think the next thing is, it's up to you. I would get the experience scrolls, and this was easier to tell before. I actually recorded this same video, hopefully not as good as this take. Maybe I'm actually doing better this time. I actually recorded this before, and I didn't press the record button hard enough. I didn't tap it. I don't know. Hard enough. It didn't start. So anyway, I rambled on for however long by myself. So anyway, take 1, take 2 now. This costs 60 coins. All right, and it gives 10,000 experience, each large experience scroll. All right, 60 coins. This costs 50 coins and gives half as much. This is 5,000 experience. So don't be a dummy and just buy up any scroll. If you're going to buy the experience scrolls, get the large ones first. Now after that, these are worth 1,000 again compared to the 5 here, and they're equal value in coins. So you get those after. But yeah, make sure you get these scrolls first. Well, no, okay, here's the thing. These scrolls, for the most part, they're to raise your CP. That's about all they're going to do. So if you're a min-maxer, if you're trying to climb that leaderboard, you want these. If you don't think you care about that, if you don't want to... Because if it's not for the CP, then it's just to make Battle Road a little bit easier. And I heard that an 8th stage comes later. I don't really know how that works. But for the most part, you don't need to do anything to your units. I don't awaken their abilities. Rank them up. I don't teach them anything to get through Battle Road. You just level them. For the most part, you're going to 3-star everything on auto with a max leveled team on Battle Road. But anyway, if you do want to make it a little easier, if you do want to have a little bit more fun if you're playing in manual, you can put these on them. You get a couple of more CP. That's what they are. So yeah, if you don't care about CP, if you're not that min-maxing guy, then, maybe skip these because they are a little bit expensive. After that, you're looking at these tomes. They're always useful. I bought the whoosh ones first because I'm lucky enough to have gotten myself White King and a dupe. So those A-rank tomes, you're never gonna... Well, God, I can't wait until I think I've got too many of those. So anyway, I will just quickly look at why you shouldn't be asking again, I mentioned this, why you shouldn't be asking about the priority, because you should be farming this amazing unit and this one right next to him, King Bubble Slime. Okay. Now, if you scroll down here, first of all, you can see the stats here. If you don't already know, every awakening comes with a 5% stats boost, which I believe they all go off his base stats. You know, it doesn't compound 5% and then 5% on that total, etc. I think it's 25% at the end to his base stats. But anyway, he's got almost 1,000 HP. That's amazing for a free-to-play A-rank unit. And again, I'm pretty sure I went over it. Every unit is a tool in your toolkit, so on anything where... so he doesn't have any elemental attacks, unless you teach him a scroll, which he does have a great... He's got a darn good attack, so you can put a physical attack scroll on him, and he'll be able to do some elemental damage. But anyway, anything that where he needs to resist Frizz and Sizz, especially if his poison abilities can help, this is going to beat any of your S ranks that are weak to that, or most of them, or all of them that are neutral to it. This guy is a must-take on any Frizz or Sizz heavy stage. He's amazing. Great attack. I forget if that's a good defense. I don't know that. Agility is pretty low too, I think. Wisdom is crap. You're not going to want to teach him any spells. Not damage spells, at least. But anyway, at Awakening 5, you can scroll down here and see his main move, which is what you want to be using most of the time, hopefully, other than if you teach him an elemental scroll, is Toxic Thrust. This gets 5% stronger just through this, and then about 5% stronger through the stats bonus that he's going to get from getting to A5. So when you're using his main move, I don't know if the math works out on this, how the numbers work on damage, but for the most part, he's getting about 10% stronger through that 5th Awakening. So yeah, that's pretty important. And even the HP bonus, because here's the thing that's basic about all RPGs for the most part, and this might sound pretty simple, but all these little bonuses matter, because when you've got an enemy that's hitting you for 600 damage, you don't need 800 HP to survive that attack. You need 601. So sometimes that 5% boost gets you through a fight. A lot of the time it doesn't matter. I get it. But anyway, don't laugh at it. He's good enough if you're a budget team player or a free-to-play player, or even if you're a huge whale. Well, if you're a whale, you're maxing out everything anyway, but whales are still using this guy. He's still amazing on whale teams. All right, the Pickle Slime is also extremely useful. He's got a huge toolkit. I was very excited, and this is the ability that I haven't really used much yet, but this was what really excited me when I saw him. It's a breath attack that can poison and or spell lock all enemies in the area of effect. I don't know what fight it's going to be. I'm not looking into future fights, but there is going to be a fight where this is going to cheese. It's going to make it really easy. And then Swoosh. Apparently there aren't a lot of free-to-play strong units with Swoosh. So this is very helpful. And for the argument of getting him to rank 5, because if I didn't mention this before, it literally takes just as many copies to get from rank 4, 1 to 4, as it does to get from 4 to 5. It takes 20 copies. So it's a pain, but you are going to get the 5% bonus on Swoosh, and then the 5% stats bonus. So Swoosh is, again, I don't know how Wisdom works with direct stat increases, but it's going to be around 10% strongest on his... If you're just using him for Swoosh, that's his main ability, most of his attacks are going to be 10% stronger, or around there. Again, that can be a really big difference. And then the last one is down to B ranks. I know, less exciting, but on certain... If you're trying to copy some of the YouTube... Platypus or Jax are doing really good free-to-play teams, budget teams. If you want to just one-for-one copy that guy, I'm not done with mine yet. I'm still working on it. That's why I'm not worried about the coins that I need still for almost everything relevant in the shop, because I'm going to get more. Anyway, he's less exciting, but he is resistant to Sizz. He is resistant to Whoosh. And there aren't a lot of B rank units that can use Frizzle. I can't remember if I said this or if I did it in the first take that didn't record. Anywho, Frizz is a good ability, so if you've got a stage where they're weak to Frizz, and they're using a lot of Sizz and Whoosh damage, he also has 4 movements, so that's pretty relevant for the most part on almost any map. That's 4 movement and then a range of 3. He can go up and smack anything with a Frizzle the first round, so that's pretty valuable. The one thing I will say, and if you're cut for time on this, if you don't use your stam for refills, if you started yesterday, again, welcome. His last awakening is breath potency +5. So that's not, especially in the video, I haven't really used him much outside just grinding story, getting him some experience. You're not using his breath ability as much as Frizzle. And that breath ability also isn't getting stronger through his +5 stats boost. The Frizzle does get a little bit stronger from more wisdom, but you're not getting, you're not getting a potency bonus for it. So anyway, he gets a little bit stronger on 5, but it's really just the 5% stats boost. So if you're short for time, he's not the one to take to Awakening 5. He's still good, but go for King Bubble Slime, then go for Pickle Slime. And then, alright, you already did that. And, there's still a few more days on this event. If you didn't notice this somehow, all of the slimes that are available in story right now are available in the slime event with much higher drops. So go get them if you want. If you've already farmed all of those, it means you're probably a pretty good player. You know what you're doing, which means, why am I addressing you? Anyway, maybe you weren't thinking about it. Go awaken the other slimes, get those coins, get those units, and then probably the highest priority is Meta Slime. He is not the most exciting healer, but he does have mid heal. He is I don't know what the other guys are resistant to, but he is resistant to crack and bang. For example, Hades Condor is flat out, I'd say 90% of the time he's the better healer. But I don't remember what his resistances are, but if it's a stage where Hades Condor is weak, you can bring this slime. He might even be better than Emperor Slime on the right stage, or whoever you put your mid heal scroll on if you did. So anyway, he's going to shine in a stage or two for the most part, even if it's not the most common thing. But anyway, he only has a 10% drop, but he is the most relevant story slime, I'm fairly certain. And but he's got the lowest drop. It's only 10%, which is, the story only has a 5% drop on him. So if you care, if you've got the resources to spend, go get another copy of Meta Slime, then go spend those coins. And boy, if you're grinding Meta Slime, you've taken full advantage of this slime event, and you're smart for doing it. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry this ran long. Again, if you don't know, I've got no clue what I'm doing. I'm very new at this, and I appreciate every one of you that tuned in and continues to. So just like every YouTuber, I'm going to start saying like and subscribe, because I've got 5 subscribers, so I'm going to be super excited when number 6 hits that subscribe button. So if you do that, thank you. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.